They are relentless, unyielding in their pursuit of mastery over the mind. Against the tide of doubt and ignorance, they rise, refusing to let fleeting distractions or failures define them. Their strength does not lie in sporadic bursts of inspiration, but in the unbreakable discipline to challenge their intellect daily, even when the world dismisses their efforts. The world glorifies fleeting moments of genius, those flashes of brilliance that ignite the imagination, but true mastery of the intellect is forged in the unending commitment to growth. It is the quiet, unseen labor of the mind, the countless hours spent grappling with ideas, failures, and questions that yield the strongest intellect. The art of intellect demands consistency, not luck. It requires discipline, not talent. A sharp mind is not born, it is built. Mastery is not a destination, but a process, an endless pursuit to refine thought, expand understanding, and challenge the limits of what is known. Intellectual mastery is not the absence of doubt, it is the mastery of doubt. It is staring uncertainty in the face and declaring, "You will not paralyze me. Doubts are not barriers, they are bridges," leading the brave thinker toward new perspectives. Those who master their intellect recognize that doubt is a teacher, not a tyrant, and every unanswered question is an invitation to grow. The path to intellectual mastery is not glamorous. It is lonely, grueling, and often misunderstood. But in that solitude lies transformation. Every challenge sharpened against, every theory dissected, every paradigm questioned builds an unshakable fortress of reason and understanding. The weak avoid uncertainty, retreating at the first hint of complexity. The masters, however, embrace the storm of the unknown. They understand that complexity sharpens their perception, fuels their curiosity, and strengthens their resilience. Complexity is not the enemy, it is the forge where brilliance is born. True intellect is not about possessing all the answers, it's about asking better questions. It's the relentless pursuit of truth, even when the answers are uncomfortable or elusive. It's the courage to admit when you're wrong, the humility to learn from others, and the wisdom to know that the journey of knowledge has no end. Failure does not deter the intellectual master. It is welcomed as a vital part of the journey. Each failure is a lesson, a stepping stone, a necessary trial that strengthens resolve. Mastering the intellect is not about avoiding failure, but about using it as fuel for growth. The truly wise do not seek accolades or recognition. They strive for self-mastery, not applause. Their victories are internal, their greatest battles fought within their own minds. They rise each day, not for the world to see, but for their own evolution, their own unshakable belief in the power of thought. The world may not celebrate the intellectual master in the moment. Often their work is mocked, misunderstood, or dismissed, but history remembers them. Their ideas, their discoveries, their relentless pursuit of truth shape societies and inspire generations. Mastery of the intellect is not for the faint-hearted. It demands sacrifice, sleepless nights, endless questions, and the willingness to stand alone against ignorance. But for those who walk this path, the rewards are infinite: a life of purpose, a legacy of insight, and a mind unshackled by fear. The masters of intellect are not bound by conventional thinking. They defy the ordinary, guided by a vision that only they can see. They do not wait for permission, for the perfect moment, or for doubt to fade. They act, they think, they create. And in doing so, they redefine what is possible. Fear whispers of inadequacy, doubt casts its shadows, and failure looms large. But intellect roars louder. It calls you to rise, to reason, and to refine. It reminds you of your strength, your purpose, and your power to shape the world with your ideas. To master the art of intellect is to embrace the truth that knowledge is both infinite and ever-evolving. It is the understanding that every revelation is merely a stepping stone to the next question, every solution a key to a more complex challenge. True mastery lies in the endless curiosity that fuels the pursuit of deeper understanding. Those who master their intellect are not confined by the boundaries of their circumstances. They see challenges not as walls, but as puzzles waiting to be solved. They know that brilliance is not innate, but cultivated, shaped through relentless effort and the refusal to surrender to mediocrity. The art of intellect is the ultimate rebellion against complacency. It is the defiance of a world that often rewards conformity over creativity, comfort over challenge. It is choosing to question when others accept, to create when others consume, and to innovate when others settle. The intellectual master thrives in discomfort. They understand that growth resides in the unfamiliar, the untested, the uncharted. They do not fear failure because they know that each misstep is a lesson, each setback an opportunity to refine and strengthen their approach. And yet, intellect is not about arrogance or superiority. The truly wise are marked by humility. They listen as much as they speak, learn as much as they teach. They understand that the greatest minds are not those who claim to know everything, but those who are always willing to learn more. Mastering the intellect means mastering oneself. It requires the discipline to quiet the noise of distractions, the courage to face uncomfortable truths, and the resilience to keep going when progress feels invisible. It is about forging a relationship with your mind, understanding its strengths, recognizing its weaknesses, and continuously striving to elevate both. The path to intellectual mastery is a solitary one at times, yet its impact is profoundly communal. Ideas are the currency of change, and those who dedicate themselves to the art of intellect are the architects of progress. They shape industries, transform societies, and inspire generations to think differently, to dream bigger, and to achieve more. History is filled with those who dared to master their intellect, individuals who defied the odds, challenged the status quo, and left behind legacies of innovation and discovery. They were not born extraordinary, they became extraordinary through their relentless commitment to thinking beyond the obvious and striving for excellence. And so the question remains, are you willing to walk this path? Are you prepared to embrace the discomfort, to challenge the norms, and to dedicate yourself to a lifelong pursuit of mastery? Will you silence the doubts, rise above the distractions, and push forward even when no one is watching? Mastering the art of intellect is not a sprint but a marathon. It is not for the faint-hearted, but for those who refuse to accept limits, those who believe in the power of their ideas and their ability to shape the world. So rise, think boldly, create fearlessly, master your intellect, and in doing so, master your destiny. The world will not hand you greatness, but it will reward those who dare to pursue it. The thinkers, the dreamers, the doers, these are the ones who leave their mark. Be one of them. Be relentless. Be unyielding. Be the master of your own mind. To master your intellect is to master your perception. It's to see beyond the surface of things, to uncover the patterns that govern success, failure, and growth. It is the ability to decipher complexity and simplify it into actionable wisdom. The art of intellect is not just about consuming information, but transforming it. Knowledge without application is wasted potential. The true master takes what they learn and shapes it into something meaningful, something that creates impact not just in their own life, but in the lives of others. An intellectual warrior knows that the mind is their most potent weapon. But like any weapon, it requires care, sharpening, and mastery. Feed it with powerful ideas. Stretch it with challenging problems. Test it with new perspectives. Every day you choose to refine your intellect, you make yourself more formidable, more capable, more unstoppable. Yet beware, for the journey to intellectual mastery has its enemies. Distractions lurk around every corner, tempting you with trivial pursuits that dull your edge. Comfort is the thief of progress, lulling you into mediocrity when you were meant for greatness. The intellectual master does not surrender to these traps. They set their sights on a higher purpose, a mission that drives them forward, even when the path is steep and the reward feels distant. They understand that the mind, like the body, thrives under pressure, and that growth comes not from ease but from effort. It is easy to be complacent in a world that rewards conformity, but the masters of intellect refuse to blend in. They challenge the norms, question the traditions, and dare to think differently. It is this courage to diverge from the crowd that sets them apart, that makes them innovators, visionaries, and leaders. And yet, true mastery of intellect requires balance. It is not enough to think deeply, one must also act decisively. The most brilliant ideas are meaningless without execution. A mind filled with potential is wasted unless it moves the world forward. This balance is where the true strength of the intellectual master lies, the ability to pair thought with action, insight with implementation, and vision with reality. The world remembers those who dared to master their intellect because they are the ones who change it. They are the ones who build bridges where others see divides, who create solutions where others see problems, and who find opportunities where others see obstacles. But know this, the art of intellect is not a destination, it is a lifelong commitment. The pursuit of mastery is endless because the potential of the mind is infinite. Every day is a new chance to learn, to grow, to adapt, and to evolve. You do not need to be born with genius to master your intellect. All you need is the will to learn, the discipline to persist, and the courage to think boldly. Intellect is not the gift of the few, it is the choice of the determined. So ask yourself, what will you create with the power of your mind? What legacy will you leave behind? Will you choose to stand still, or will you dare to rise and master the limitless potential within you? This is your time. Seize it. Own it. Master the art of intellect, and in doing so, master the art of life. The shadows betray you because they belong to me. Let your intellect be the light that cuts through the shadows, revealing paths where none existed. Be relentless in your pursuit of knowledge. Be ruthless against your own doubts. Refuse to let the limits of the past define your future. Rise, think, create, transform, and remember, the world belongs to those who master their mind. Like, comment, and subscribe.